Disclaimer: all the character incidents are fictional, everything is imaginary in this FF, so don't compare with your life. It's just based on imagination, not on reality. You sat on the couch with the book in your hand, lips pressed together in a firm line. The sound of the front door opening reached your ears, but you didn't even look up. Jungkook walked in, his tie hanging loose, expecting your usual soft smile and hug. But this time you didn't even lift your head. Tonight, he is going to regret it. My workaholic husband will finally learn. Even after I told him to leave work early, he still chose it over me. Now I'll show him who I am. No welcome today. You didn't even deserve one. He stopped in his tracks. His brows frowned. What that's supposed to mean? It's mean I'm tired of being invisible to my own husband. He scoffed lightly, trying to brush it off and walked closer. Invisible? Angel, don't argue. I just came home late, that's all. Every night, Jungkook, every single night, you choose work over me. I warned you this morning, but you still went. Now face the consequences. He opened the book again, ignoring the way his jaw tightened. Consequences? You're really going to ignore me like this? Exactly. The silence that followed, very heavy, and for the first time Jungkook felt what it was like to be on the other side. A few minutes later, you walked to the dinner table and placed the food there carefully without saying a word. Jungkook entered, losing his cuff of his shirt, watching you in the silence. His eyes lingered on you as you sat down, but instead of walking to the chair beside him, like always, he pulled out a chair at the very end of the table and sat there. The long space between you was possible to ignore. His brows frowned. Really? That far away? You didn't respond. You calmly reached for the water jug, pouring yourself a glass, and as though he didn't spoken at all. Wyan, don't do this. I'm sorry, I won't come late tomorrow. I know, I promise. Still, you cut your food into neat pieces, lifting the fork to your lips. You chewed slowly, refusing to give him even a glance. At least look at me when I'm talking. Eat your dinner, Jungkook. His jaw ticked. He stayed quiet for a moment, watching you with frustration building in his eyes. After a few seconds, he reached across the table, a large hand moving to cover yours, but instead the skin brushing against yours. You pulled your hand away from his touch. Don't. That one word hit him harder than a bullet. His hand frozen in midair before he slowly pulled it back, curling it into a fist on the table. You're really not going to forgive me, are you? Forgiveness is not the issue. The problem is you never change. You always say sorry, and then next night you disappear again. He leaned back in his chair, his dark eyes fixed on you with a mix of guilt and anger, like a man caught between regret and pride. So this is my punishment. You won't even let me hold your hand now. Exactly. This is my work, Ryan. I can't just leave it unfinished. Try to understand. Want me to remind you? We just got married last month. Marriage doesn't mean watching you came home at midnight every night. Jungkook. I'm trying, Ryan, I swear. I'm trying. I'm really sorry. Your lips curled into a bitter half smile, but your eyes stayed sharp. Trying means showing me, not just saying it when I'm already upset. Jungkook leaned forward, resting his elbow on the table. His gaze locked on yours, his tone softened, almost blending. Angel, I deal with the empire with my own hands. If I stop, even for a second, everything fell apart. I'm doing this for us. You shook your head slowly. No, Jungkook, you are doing this for yourself. If it was for us, you'll understand that. I don't need your empire, I need my husband. Later that night, you walked into the bedroom without waiting for him. You slipped under the blanket, grabbed the pillow, placing it firmly in the middle of the bed. A few minutes later, Jungkook entered, losing his shirt button as he watched you with his narrowed eyes. A border? Really, Ryan? Yes, that's your side. Don't cross it. He chuckled softly, climbing it into the bed, his weight making the mattress tip. Angel, you are really going to punish me like this after apologize? Apologize don't erase broken promises. He leaned on his elbow, staring at you with a playful glint in his eyes. Then let me make it up to you. I'll do anything. You squint your eyes, pretending to think anything, anything. Good. Start by staying on your side of the pillow. His jaw dropped slightly, then he let out a laugh, running his hand through his messy ears. You are cruel, you know that? I fought men with guns today, but this is the real torture. You laughed, hiding it behind the blanket. Exactly. Now you know how it's feel when I wait all night for you. He groaned dramatically, rolling into his back. Ryan, you're going to kill me before the enemies do. You smiled into your pillow, enjoying the way his frustration sounded more like a boy begging for an attention than a feared mafia boss. Sleep, Jungkook. Maybe tomorrow you'll learn. He turned his head, his eyes softened as they lingered on you. I already learned one thing. I can live without sleeping, but I can't live without you touching me. You bit your lips at his word but didn't move. The pillow barrier stayed where it was. And for the first time, Jungkook realized your punishment was not just distance, it was teaching him what truly mattered. The morning sun slipped through the curtains, warming your face. You blink your eyes open only to realize Jungkook's arm were wrapped around your waist. His face burned on the crook of your neck. You gasped, immediately pushing him. Yeah, Jungkook, why are you hugging me? He groaned with his still eyes closed, pulling you right back into his chest like your weight was nothing. Because you're mine and I'm comfortable. You struggled against his grip. Your face was heating up. You have no shame to you. None. especially when it came to my wife. He pouted, trying to showing him away, but he only chuckled, tightening his arm around you. Let go. Nope. If you wanted me to move, you have to keep dreaming. He finally let go, stretching his arms, but his eyes never left you. There was something different in them morning. Not just the playfulness, the determination. He sat up, grabbing his phone from the nightstand, and dialed a number right in the front of you. I'm not coming for at least a week. Handle everything by yourself, and don't call me unless it's life or death. Your eyes wouldn't what, but ignored you, dialing another number. Prepare my private jet. I'm going to Maldives with my wife. You frozen, your lips are parted in shock, your cheeks turning red. You can't be serious. He set the phone aside and leaned towards you, his hand cupping your cheeks, his gaze burning into yours. I have never been serious in my life. I can do anything for your smile, Ryan. I can leave everything behind, my work, my empire, but I can't live without you. You are the only thing I can't lose. Your heart pounding in your chest, eyes stinging with warmth. You mean that? Every word. And before you could reply, his lips crashed onto yours. When he pulled back, breathlessly, he rested his forehead against yours. Pack your bag tonight. The world disappear. Just you and me. You covered your face with your cheeks burning red, but his laughter filled the room and pulled you back into his arms. I already knew that this would happen. He raised an eyebrow, confused. Knew what? That's why I ignored you, because I knew one later punishment would reset you. Jungkook just stared at you and he burst out laughing, the sound deep and warm. He leaned down, brushing his lips over you again. Reset me, Angel. You almost killed me. Good. Maybe next time you'll remember. No, to test me, he groaned, burying his face on your neck. I married a devil. Too late to run now, husband.